He laughed and smirked as the victim's family poured out their hearts in court, describing how this tragedy shattered their lives. Yet Alvin Foy showed no remorse. His cold attitude sparked outrage in the courtroom, and this angered the
Excuse me a
judge.
second. Let the record reflect that the defendant is laughing during the victim impact statement. Go ahead, ma'am, I apologize.
Chyna was just 3 weeks away from walking across the stage to graduate high school, and you took that opportunity away from her.
This is the chilling story of two teens whose reckless choices ended the life of a bright young girl. Just days before her graduation, she had dreams, plans, and a future waiting for her, until one senseless moment changed everything. What drove them to do it? And why did one of them laugh in court, showing no remorse at all? Sit tight, because what you're about to witness will leave you absolutely speechless. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. There's so much more to uncover. May 3rd, 2021, Albany, New York. 3 p.m. on a bright Monday afternoon. 18-year-old Chyna Forney, a senior at Albany Leadership Charter High School, is walking down Essex Street, laughing with friends, talking about graduation in just 2 weeks. Then rapid pops cut the air. People dive for cover. Chyna collapses. A single bullet strikes her from behind. Neighbors rush out, phones shaking, voices screaming for help. Paramedics arrive within minutes, but by the time she reaches the hospital, it's over. Another young life gone. Police quickly learn Chyna wasn't the target. The shots came from a drive-by, a street dispute that had nothing to do with her. Behind the trigger, 18-year-old Alvin Foy, someone from the same neighborhood, someone she actually knew. Chyna Forney was the kind of student teachers remembered. Captain of the basketball team, mentor to younger girls, already accepted into college. Alvin Foy, just 18, was caught up in a street dispute that spiraled out of control. Prosecutors said he and another teen drove through the city that day, armed and angry, and one pull of the trigger changed everything. Two young lives from the same city, one chasing dreams, the other lost to violence. And in seconds, both futures were gone. Detectives canvassed the street, recovering shell casings and matching them to surveillance footage. A gray sedan caught on camera moments before the shooting led them straight to Foy. Ballistics confirmed his weapon fired the fatal shot. When police closed in, Alvin barely reacted. Witnesses say he looked more irritated than frightened, as if he didn't grasp the weight of what had happened. He was charged with second-degree murder, attempted murder, and 2 counts of criminal possession of a weapon. Word spread fast across Albany. Students at Chyna's school wept through vigils. Teachers begged for an end to youth violence. But behind bars, Alvin remained cold, showing no visible emotion, no apology. If you're just joining us, hit that subscribe button. Because stories like this remind us what's really at stake when empathy disappears. April 2023. After a 2-week trial, a jury finds Alvin Foy guilty. During his July 2023 sentencing in Albany County Court, Alvin Foy displayed an attitude that stunned nearly everyone present. As members of Chyna Forney's family delivered emotional victim impact statements describing how the 18-year-old's death shattered their lives, witnesses said Foy laughed and smirked. According to courtroom reports, his behavior caused murmurs of outrage from the gallery and forced judge to briefly stop the proceedings. During sentencing, the judge gave Alvin Foy a chance to speak, an opportunity to show remorse or take responsibility. Instead, he lashed out, calling him a biased judge. His outburst stunned the courtroom. As the judge tried to continue, Foy kept interrupting, showing complete disregard for the gravity of the moment. After several warnings, the judge ordered deputies to remove him from the courtroom for his continued defiance and disrespect. His behavior only reinforced what the victim's family had long felt, that Foy had no remorse for the life he took or the pain he caused. When he returned, the judge delivered the sentence, 25 years to life in prison, condemning his behavior as a chilling display of disrespect and zero remorse. Although the sentence was delivered, Alvin Foy's behavior in court reignited the community's outrage and pain. As the victim's family stood bravely, Describing how Chyna Forney's death shattered their lives, Foy laughed and smirked, mocking their grief. To those who once knew him, it felt like a second betrayal. How could he make the family relive their pain all over again? They knew him. They welcomed him into their circle. He had once shared the same streets, the same laughter, and now he showed no trace of remorse for the young life he helped destroy. His defiance turned a courtroom meant for closure into a reminder of heartbreak. The judge's stern words and his removal from the courtroom underscored what everyone watching already felt. Justice may have been served, but compassion was nowhere to be found in Alvin Foy's heart. In July 2023, Jahmere Manning, then 19, stood before Albany County Court to learn his fate in the shooting that killed 18-year-old Chyna Forney. Prosecutors said Manning and Alvin Foy III opened fire during a street dispute on Essex Street, and one bullet struck Chyna in the back. A jury found Manning guilty of second-degree murder, attempted murder, and weapons charges. Judge Andra Ackerman sentenced him to 25 years to life in prison, matching Foy's term, calling their actions reckless and devastating to an innocent family and a community already pleading for an end to senseless violence.
You should think that all the days that you're in there, you should think about the things that you did and the pain that you caused us.
Every night when we go to sleep and we think about my niece, I hope he carried that same pain. Every single day of his 20 years to life, he should think about my niece.
Outside the courthouse, the city gathered in quiet unity. Candles flickering, white balloons rising into the evening sky. Voices whispered her name, Chyna. A promise echoed through the crowd. They would keep her light alive. At Albany Leadership Charter High School, her memory became a legacy. The Chyna Forney Award now honors students who lead with heart, courage, and kindness, the very traits she embodied every day. On Essex Street, a mural in her honor still draws friends and classmates who stop, reflect, and remember the girl who should have been walking across a graduation stage. Chyna's light continues to shine far beyond the years she lived. She was a leader, a teammate, a friend, a young woman whose smile could brighten even the darkest days. Her kindness, strength, and determination inspired everyone who knew her. Though her life was cut short just days before her graduation, her spirit lives on in every act of love and courage her story inspires. The Chyna Forney Award and the mural in her honor remind us daily that true greatness isn't measured by years lived, but by the hearts forever changed by your presence. Meanwhile, Alvin Foy sits behind prison walls. No statement, no apology, no sign of remorse, only silence. Two lives once intertwined by a single moment. One remembered for compassion, the other for indifference. And in that contrast, the community found its message. Violence ends lives, but love and memory can outlast even the coldest heart. This is Crime Explained, where every story reminds us why empathy still matters. If you believe stories like this deserve to be told with truth and respect, hit subscribe, like, and share. See you in the next video.